career in education started right out of college in 2003. I took a job at Dean Technical High School in Holyoke. I started as a humanities teacher. I was there 7 years, and I began pursuing a certification for my assistant principals and principal license. There were 2 jobs that opened up at Holyoke High School, and I was fortunate enough to be offered one of those. I served as an assistant principal at Holyoke High School for 4 years, then transitioned into the principal role, and at the end of that first year of the official principal role, I had applied to the position in Granby and was fortunate enough to be hired as the principal of Granby Junior Senior High School, where I've been for the past 4 years, before this April being appointed the new superintendent of the Granby Public Schools. What drew me to it originally was the opportunity to have an impact on more students. And I think in some ways I've learned that yes, that impact can be greater, but the more you move up in administration, the further you get away from the students. So I want to be very intentional about my interactions with students and take every opportunity that I can to meet with them, to go to their games, to go to their concerts, to have conversations with them and learn about their experience as well. I believe strongly in the power of the student voice, and that's something that I want to maintain regardless of the role that I'm in. I have some ideas, but I want to hear what other people want for the schools, how the schools can grow, how the schools can truly become the first choice for all Granby families, because that's originally what public education was about, giving every family in that community that opportunity to send their child to somewhere where their neighbors were going. They can build relationships that way. And, you know, I want to make sure that we are providing students with grade level, age appropriate curriculum while providing the supports that individual students need. That's my baseline, that's the foundation on which we're going to move forward. And in order to do that, we need to have open dialogue with the community, with families, with students, with teachers, and listen and learn from people's perspectives outside of our organization and how we grow that. I always say when at the junior senior high school, if we're better tomorrow than we are today, then we're headed in the right direction. And there might be small incremental improvements and we might not notice them every day, but I think when we look back in 5 years and 10 years, we'll see significant growth in many areas, and that starts in our pre-K program and goes right through our 12th grade and up to when students graduate. I think what I'm most proud of in Granby is what we've done with our student support processes. We have a student support suite now at the Granby Junior Senior High School where there's always somebody available to work with a student who needs support. We understand that student behavior is sometimes how they communicate, and behavior isn't always a choice that they're making. And there's circumstances that surround that we need to better understand. And the Student Support Suite allows our staff to better understand some of what students are bringing to school with them. I think we've come a long way in the 4 years that I've been at the junior senior high school in establishing processes and procedures that allow students to feel supported, allow, if there is a disruptive student, allow teachers to feel supported with that. And it shouldn't always feel punitive to students. Suspension or detention, things like that. We're just, you know, in some ways delaying the inevitable. That's not going to necessarily change the behavior. It also doesn't provide support. There's no closure to it. There's no opportunity to, you know, heal any harms that might have been done or perceived. And I think that's one of the most important things. I think our approach has had an impact on the students, and I think that's one of the things that I'm most proud of in the 4 years. I have appointed Mrs. Allison Jordan as interim principal. She has been an assistant principal at Granby Junior Senior High School for the past 6 years. What I want to give her, in short, is the support that she needs to be successful. I feel the Junior Senior High School in many ways is on a good trajectory, and I want to make sure that Mrs. Jordan has my support, and I hope the support of the teachers and staff to be successful in the role. Like any principal, she's going to have difficult decisions to make at times, and not every decision is going to make everybody happy, but we understand that if we're making decisions in the best interest of our students and our school community, then we sleep well at night and we know that we're doing the right thing. I think the most important thing that I can provide her is that support. I want the community to know that the Granby Public Schools are working to grow and improve every single day. I don't know that we're ever going to say that we've reached the mountaintop, because we recognize that as a school system, there's always opportunities to improve and to do better and to grow. Part of that is that community involvement and making sure the community knows that they can give us the feedback, they can have conversations with us. We also want to know when people identify things that we're doing really well, because if we know what we're doing really well, then we can build on those successes. And when things aren't working, we need to know that too, so we can adjust. Everybody in this community has a voice in what success looks like there, and we want to work collaboratively with the town, with students, with the community to, again, make the Granby Public Schools the first choice for all Granby students.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.